Mariah, are you still doing okay with all your wedding preparations?
Well, I'm making it along, I think. I was finally able to make a choice on a wedding dress just recently. I'll be getting it from a very famous dressmaker in France, so I'm looking forward to the final product.
Really? What kind? Wait, send me a picture later. I want to be surprised when I see it.
I can do that for you, but what's going on? These days you've really been asking me a lot about my wedding. I never really thought you'd care, since you rarely talk like you care about weddings.
Well, I can see that your wedding's going to be amazing. And the place you'll be holding it has a past of being the place that all actors and actresses go for their weddings, right? That's all really starting to pique my interest now.
Well, originally this place was only meant for people that knew a friend who has a friend, that sort of thing. But recently they've opened the place to more standard weddings. So we settled on going for this wedding hall as it'll make for some amazing memories there. And because we'll be able to say we got married in the same place this actor did, and so on.
Even having the ability to have a wedding there in the first place will leave you with great memories. Also, the one that actually got you into that place was your fiancé, Jason, right? I'm sure if it were up to you, you'd have just chosen any other normal wedding hall, right?
Huh? I mean, I guess so, but now that I've kind of seen how gorgeous the place is, I think it's worth the extra bit of money.
You're so lucky. You get to be married to a handsome man who has lots of money. You really won the lottery this time, huh?
I don't really think of it like that, though. Actually, you should be saying that about someone like him.
Okay. You don't have to be so boring about it. But I'm just saying you always have had this sort of luck with finding good people. I just wish at least one time you would have given one of those guys to me. But that's why I'm saying compared to most of the men you've had, this Jason guy is on top. I would really say he's my type as well.
I wonder if he's really the type of guy for you.
Of course he is, right? He has a perfect face and works as a businessman, right? I honestly never thought you were the kind of person to ever go for a man that amazing. I just assumed you were into the more simple kind of men, like those guys you've had before. Good looking and all, but just working a regular 9 to 5. Will you ever be able to marry someone like Jason who'll be working with his business all day and night and might not ever be home half the time?
Well, actually, Jason's not all that amazing.
Are you kidding? I'm sorry, but I don't see him as just some normal dude. I know that you've dated all sorts of men that might have had some cool things about you. But Jason's the first guy you're dating that has money. Hey, you should show me to one of his friends. He has to have a few that are single now with a lot of money as well, right?
I'm not sure if he has that many friends, actually.
I can't work with this. Are you saying you want to be the only one out of us sisters to become happy?
What makes you think that's what I want? I suppose I can go ask him if he has anyone he knows, but don't get your hopes up.
Thank you. I want to get married pretty soon too, so that I don't get left behind.
You don't have to be in that much of a rush, Carly. You're still a bit younger than I am. And you should spend a lot of that time finding the right person for you while also taking care of yourself.
Well, I want to become a young and beautiful mama. And also getting married to a well-off man will bring me lots of ease. I won't have to worry about a house or work, just money in general. You're so lucky, right? Once you've gotten married to Jason, you're going to quit your job, right?
I am not. I plan to continue working for as long as I can.
Wait, really? Things have really changed.
You think so? I thought it was normal for couples to work jobs simultaneously even after marriage. I mean, prices for things have really gone up and such, so it only makes sense to work together to afford what you want.
Well, when I get married, I'm never going to work again.
You shouldn't say something like that just yet, though. You never know what the future's going to hold for you.
Well, just make sure that you don't work to the point that Jason loses interest in you, okay? All you are to him is just some average working woman after all, so if you can't be home to clean the house and please him, he might start looking for someone else.
That's so right, but I'll be fine. Jason has a dream he's chasing, and so we've both agreed we'd work together towards it.
And that's fine, but... Well, anyway, I look forward to seeing that dress later. And once you have a plan of how the wedding will go, can you send it to me?
Huh? You want to know the planning as well?
That should be fine, right? I just want to know for future reference is all.
Okay, but... Chloe, hey, what's all of this? Are you really going to tell me that you and Jason have had a thing together?
Oh, you probably heard all of that from him then, huh? Well, thank goodness, because I was not looking forward to having to be the first to tell you.
This is all a joke, right? There has to be a misunderstanding somewhere, right?
We're serious. I'm so sorry, Mariah. But it seems that I am the one that Jason sees as fit to becoming his wife over you.
You and Jason being in a relationship together only started after I said I'd be marrying him, right?
That's right. Before you said anything about marriage, I didn't give a crap about him. I just assumed he'd be another one of those boring guys with base pay that you'd be getting with. But the fact that this time you decided it would be a handsome man with lots of money that you'd marry, I'd say that's all your fault. You should know better than to go after someone that's out of your league. I mean, you weren't even planning to become a housewife for him, even though he makes more than enough to support both of you.
So, from the start, you've been planning on stealing him from me then?
Well, come on, Mariah. I'm the far cuter sister of us two, and I'm willing to do anything to make him happy. And that makes me the better choice for him, right? And one other thing, I've gotten pregnant from him. So we have no other options besides taking responsibility for this.
I have known for a very long time now that you're a sly and selfish person. But I never once thought you'd go this far to take something, or I guess this time, someone from me. Why do you always have to come in and take things that aren't yours?
Because it's my right to. And I didn't even have to work hard for him. One day, I just happened to come across him, and we took a walk to the park, and the next thing you know, he and I are at the bar making out with each other. I'm so sorry for stealing your fiancé from you when you were so close to the wedding.
Ugh. It's fine, I guess. We may have only just handed in our marriage papers, but if he decided to cheat on me that fast, then I don't need him. I'm sure you'll find better use for him now than me.
No matter how you try and phrase it, I'm sure deep down you are raging over this, right? You're just trying to act tough now so that I can't enjoy the moment.
I'm not raging, but rather just sad that something like this could happen. The fact that the man I planned to have a wedding with was stolen by a family member who stabbed me in the back is just depressing.
You're not going to come to the wedding, right?
Wedding?
Right, your guys' wedding is only in a few more days, right? I'm thinking that I'll just take your place in it and get married to Jason there.
Even though that's the wedding I put all my sweat and tears into?
But listen, if you choose to cancel it right now, you'll have to pay a large fee. That'd be a huge waste of your money and time, right? And also, I've always wanted to have my wedding there. So I was just planning to change the name of the bride and then take it from you. I'm sure that wouldn't be a problem for you, right? Consider it like a present to me for getting married to the man of my dreams.
So the whole reason you've been asking me about the wedding plans is because you planned to steal that from me too?
And what if that was the plan?
You really are the worst person imaginable. Do you not realize how this all affects other people? Mom, Dad, Jason's family, me?
Well, in the end, it was Jason's choice, and he chose me. I never once forced him to say that he loves me. All I can say now is that you've lost this time. So don't try and make me feel bad about coming out as the winner here. He was the one that left you for me, right? And that was because of how basic you are, right? So that leaves you to blame.
I'm the one to blame?
Who else would be? If he really cared about being with you, he would have never chosen to leave you after getting married. I'm just saying that you didn't work hard enough for him. If you really wanted to keep him by your side, you should have been staying home every day and doing the chores, cooking his favorite food, and getting ready for bed with him.
I don't ever want to see you again. Why don't you just plan your own dang wedding? I highly doubt any of the people that are planning to be at my wedding are going to be happy to hear that you went and stole it from me.
Well, that's the thing. Mom was the one saying that all of this is okay with her.
Huh?
I'm sorry, but both Mom and Dad know about this. When I told them at first that I'd be marrying Jason after all, they were beyond shocked, but when they had a chance to think about it, they said they were okay with it. So they're both on my side, and I'm sure they'll let the rest of the family know that this is all okay as well.
I doubt that means that they really are okay with you stealing him from me, though.
No. They even told me that he's much better with someone like me rather than you.
Is that so? I wonder if that's what they meant. Maybe that was just them saying that in a world where I was never with him, he might be a good match for you.
Hey, can you make sure to handle the divorce paperwork and turn it in soon for me? We plan to get married tomorrow, so it'd be best if you have that handed in by the end of the day. I don't want to have any issues at the office with you not leaving him or something.
I am really never going to see you again.
Well, by doing that, you'd be saving me a lot of drama. Jason and I feel the same way about you anyway. We have no plans on ever having you around us while we're married. So please keep to yourself from now on. It'll make things so much easier.
I will.
Well, I look forward to becoming more happy than you soon. And send me your new house's address when you have to move out so that I can send you pictures of our wedding. Thank you so much for introducing me to such a perfect man.
Hey, Mariah, are you okay? I heard all about this from Carly. That little girl really has no respect for anyone besides herself. And I was told by Jason that he does want to leave me. We've only been married for a month, and yet it's already over. This is the worst day of my life, Mom. What did I ever do to deserve this? Mariah! My husband was stolen from me, and now the wedding that I worked so hard on is being taken over. Can you believe this? This always happens when it comes to Carly. And she told me that you're completely fine with her marrying Jason? She told me that you guys said it was all okay? I wouldn't say we agreed with all of it. But come on, Mariah. Isn't it great that your sister and Jason get to be happy together? What? I was completely fine with you getting married to Jason, but your dad was a bit hesitant on saying that it was okay. About Jason? Yeah, your dad thinks he's not strong enough to be your husband. And that would make you the man of the house in the long run, right? I know that Jason told us he's a businessman and all. But doesn't that give you a little anxiety? He doesn't have the safety that some average 9-to-5 man has. And when it comes to things like living expenses, you'd be the one that would pay more while he's focused on his business, right? Well, anyway, I know that he has the possibility of coming out with a lot of money if he does well, but what about Carly? She's just working part-time right now. Do you really think things will go well for those two after marriage? Right, and yet Jason still chose her over me. I wonder what will happen to them. Who knows? I'm sure that this is all because Carly doesn't understand everything quite yet, right? She thinks that he has all this money, right? Now that you mention it, she did say that. She said that it was like I had won the lottery. Well, when she was talking to me about him, she never said a thing about his job or the money he's making. But she made it seem like he'd be the one to pay for the whole wedding. So I'm thinking, although the two of them are fine getting married, the marriage she thinks she'll be getting is far from the reality that'll be taking place. I really have no high hopes for them. But do you think that Jason would have told her the truth about all of this? Well, I think that Jason isn't in the right mindset to be saying things about himself that might turn her away. He might have even been eyeing her back when he was with you and lied about all his money so that she would take him. I think the moment he lied to her, she was in his pocket for marriage. But I'm sure he doesn't know about any settlements that might come out of this yet. Huh? That's not going to be something that'll happen, right? I think Carly expects him to do something stupid, and that she can use that as a way of getting money out of him. If that's not what she has planned, then I'm not really sure what she's in this for. If that's really what she wants from their marriage, then she really is a huge idiot. Right? Isn't this going to be great to watch play out? The two of those idiots are going to ruin themselves. Just thinking of it like that, well, it makes me feel a little bit better. Mariah, I know that right now things probably feel awful for you. And I bet you don't have the energy to move on right now, but it's going to be okay. Mom, your dad and I are here for you. We only let Carly have her way with Jason so that she can get what she deserves. We don't even plan to go to that wedding anymore, and we are going to cut ties with her once she realizes the mess she's made for herself. So, let's just support each other as we wait for the big ending. Hey, I'll even take you out tomorrow to meet this really nice lawyer that I know. You can just come along with me and listen while we meet him.
Mariah, do you happen to know what day it is? Of course you know, right? It's the day of my wedding. After all, it's the day you had been preparing for us for so long.
Why the hell have you decided to text me now?
I was just thinking of how you might be at home, sobbing, and so I wanted to check on you. And right now I'm getting my hair done, so I have time to talk.
I guess you have a bit of time still. By the way, did you guys hand in the marriage papers at the city office?
We sure did. And so now I'm the new wife of Jason.
Hey, you had said that Jason has a lot of money, but do you actually know how much he makes in a year?
Well, I'm not sure, but if he's able to get a wedding hall like this for us, then he's at least making $100,000 right now, right?
Well, no. He's only making $20,000 right now.
Seriously? What kind of a joke is that?
That wasn't a joke. I know that he said he's a businessman and is around a bunch of high-level people, but really he's more like a freelancer. I was even the one paying for his apartment for a while, and I was planning on paying for most of that wedding.
And why would you ever have to be the one to pay that much money? All you are is an office worker.
Well, yeah, I work as an office worker, but how does that make my salary low?
Oh, please, I know better. You wouldn't actually be making more than Jason, right?
I'm only telling you the truth right now, Carly. But if Jason really does have all the money you think he has, why would he be planning to move into your apartment with you?
Well, he told me that you took the house from him.
Well, that's because this house has been under my name ever since I bought it. So it seems you've been lied to.
What the heck are you even talking about? All I can hear right now is a loser trying to make me come down to her level with her. Do you not realize that once we finish up this wedding, we plan to move into a new house? We've talked about living in a penthouse from where we'll have some of the best scenery.
Well, that day's never coming. Jason already has nothing in his bank account, and he'll have to deal with a settlement from me for cheating. There's also the wedding costs that he'll need to pay now that I'm not there. You both are going to be living in money borrower's hell for a long time.
There's no way that's happening. You really are having a rough time dealing with losing your man to me. And that's why you keep feeding lies like this to me.
Mom and Dad are also very much aware that Jason isn't making much money.
What?
And that's why they ended up saying you both work so well together. You're also both just insufferable people to be around. So you really both are just perfect for each other.
What you're saying is bullcrap, right?
Not one bit. And also, here's another thing I've heard from Mom. Are you in some debt right now? If you expect Jason to be there to help you pay all of that off, I would really think again.
Hey, why did I just hear from Jason that he's starting to catch on to some things?
Well, I just told him. I said that he should watch out because you might be trying to take his money.
But he's telling me right now that he's not going to help. What's going on? What have you done? So you were being serious about all of this then?
I told you that everything I've said thus far has been the truth, right?
You kept all this from me. What is wrong with you? There is no reason for me to even be marrying a guy who has no money. I won't even be able to get a settlement from him if he were to slip up.
Well, have a great time at that wedding today.
There's just no way I can have a good time now. Hey, Mariah, you're making more than Jason is, right? If so, do you think that you can lend me a small amount of money?
I have no reason to do that for someone that's stolen my husband, right?
Well, I don't need him now. You can have him back as long as you give me some money.
I don't need a man like him either. He and I are just exes now. And also, you're pregnant with his baby right now, correct? You have to stay with him so that you can both raise that baby, okay?
I'm not pregnant, though.
Oh? So that was also a lie then. Well, with the way things have turned out, I guess that doesn't matter. Mom, Dad, and I have all decided on cutting ties with you after all this as well.
Mariah, I'm actually really sorry.
Even if you apologize to me, there's nothing I can do for you.
I had thought that you were going to be marrying a man with lots of money, and so I became jealous of that. And with the debt I've been in, I thought that Jason would be able to help me out, or at least I could get some money from him in a divorce if he didn't agree to help.
And so because of that way of thinking, you decided to steal him from me and marry him? This all seems like the price you have to pay for being such a jerk.
I'm sorry. I really, really am sorry. I really didn't do the right thing. I should have thought twice about this.
What are you talking about? You're supposed to become happier than me now, right? I mean, I'm already pretty happy that you took that loser off my hands. So that means you should be even happier than I am by the end of today, right? Once Carly had stopped talking to me, she and Jason got into a huge fight in front of everyone at the wedding, and it ended up getting canceled. Of course, because this wedding ended up having a different bride than it was originally supposed to, Carly didn't invite many of her friends as she didn't want them to suspect anything, and the same goes for Jason. But for those that did come and those that already knew of him cheating on me, they all cut ties with both him and Carly. And now, Jason and Carly are going to have to pay me a settlement for the affair, and we'll have to deal with the cost of that wedding getting canceled. So together, the two of them borrowed an enormous amount of money from the bank in the hopes that it'd be enough to cover everything. But then Jason used most of that borrowed money on paying for the wedding and then some other debts of his as well. My parents knew that Carly would never get enough to pay me after Jason spent most of what they had, and so instead of cutting ties with her like they said before, they told her to go to work at one of the resorts they owned so that she could slowly save up the rest. However, once she has paid everything that I asked for to me, they said that they'd fire her from the resort and then never talk to her again. Also, once they had finished paying off most of the big fees and payments they needed to handle, the two of them got divorced. But this wasn't without them both going to court to fight each other for lying about their situations before the marriage. Even still, they'll come to find that both of themselves are equally to blame for this situation. So they would have been better off just staying together and starting fresh. As for myself, losing my husband and my wedding really ruined my spirits for a little while. But now, after seeing everything play out between those two, I can say that I've made it out of this with zero regrets. I'm sure that if I had stayed with him, something similar to what he did with my sister would have happened to me for sure. So having Carly steal him from me only a month into our marriage really made it way too easy for me to divorce Jason and make it out unscathed. For the time being, I'm not going to be looking for any love and will only focus on my work and my private life alone. I want to give my heart a little time to cool off after something as insane as all this happened. I'll also keep telling myself the same thing my sister would say, and that's that I always seem to be pretty lucky.
Hello there, Michaela. Have you finished rearranging the furniture in my room yet? Hi, Bernice. Yep, all done. I moved the bed and chest of drawers. Oh no, you moved them already? Forgive me, but you'll have to move them back. Huh? I changed my mind. I decided I liked everything just the way it was. Sorry to trouble you like this, dear. I know you went out of your way to move them for me, but the more I think about it, the more I realized I like the old setup. I wish I could do it myself, but there's no way a fragile old dear like me is capable of moving heavy furniture around. Okay, understood. I'll move them back.
Oh, there was one more thing. Could you sort through all those cardboard boxes from when we moved in? They've been sat in the corner gathering cobwebs for ages now. It really is time someone did something about them.
You don't mind if I open your things? I'm happy to help you out, but I can't promise everything will end up where you want it.
It's fine. I just want you to get everything tidied up ASAP. If you put anything in the wrong place, I'll just have you move it again afterwards.
I see.
It's such a shame to have them sitting around in my brand new house like that. They're such an eyesore. Oh, that mountain of dusty cardboard boxes in your room looks simply fantastic. They really set the mood. Said no one ever. You're such a big help, Michaela, darling. I'm so thankful we have someone with so much free time on their hands living with us.
Bernice, about that. I'm pretty sure I told you this when I moved in with you, that I have a job.
I know that, but you work from home, right? It seems more like a casual side job type of thing to me. Anyways, what's your point?
It's not a casual side job at all. I'm a full-time employee, and my contract is just as valid as someone who goes into the office 40 hours a week. I just happen to work from home.
Oh, really? That's fascinating, dear. Anyway, make sure you keep on top of your housework duties. I want this place sparkling. You don't seriously think you can make me, your mother-in-law, do everything around the house when I'm so kindly letting you live with us in our family home?
Didn't you say we were gonna split the housework 50-50?
I did? Oh, sorry, dear, I don't remember. Did I say that?
Fred said you'd agreed to it when he explained our conditions to you.
I must not have heard him. Forgive me, dear. I'm getting old, you know. I'm not as sharp as I used to be.
I see.
By the way, I like beef stew for supper tonight.
Do you mind if I make it tomorrow instead?
Why do you think I said it? I want it today, dummy.
But I'm still not finished moving the furniture in your room back. And when that's done, you want me to sort through all these cardboard boxes, right? I don't think I'm gonna have time.
It's a daughter-in-law's job to make time. When you married my son, you made a solemn pledge to serve this family with unwavering dedication and loyalty. I am your mother-in-law, and my word is law. It would appear your parents dropped the ball in the discipline department while you were growing up. But not to worry, we'll soon fix that. I'm going to teach you a thing or two about being a woman. So just do as I say, and we'll have you whipped up into a decent, respectable wife for my son in no time.
But it's already 3 p.m.
Which means you have at least 3 more hours to get done with everything up there. How about you get to work instead of grumbling about your responsibilities? Chop chop, darling. Those boxes aren't going to unpack themselves.
Fine.
I'm counting on you. I can't wait for my beef stew. Be liberal with the carrots. I can't stop eating them lately. I think I might be turning into Bugs Bunny. Michaela, this is bad. Emergency. I repeat, emergency.
Really? What is it?
Where are you right now? Are you still at the supermarket?
Yeah, I just arrived at the car park. I'm still in the car.
The supermarket is cancelled. I repeat, cancelled. You have to drive over to the Power Crystal shop over on Peeps Avenue at once.
Huh? The Power Crystal shop? What even is that, and why?
My daughter's pregnant! It said on the net that the shop is famous for their pregnancy crystals. Apparently, they encourage emotional release by helping clear blocked energy in their chakras. It said when expectant mothers wear them, they promote healthy childbirth and bonding with a baby, which means you absolutely have to go and buy her some ASAP.
Okay. I didn't really know that was a thing, but I guess I can go pick up some if that's what you want. And wow, that's great! Congratulations to Kaylee on the baby!
Isn't it just? It's been donkey's years since we had such splendid news. Not only that, but she's already 5 months gone.
Wow, 5 months? That means the baby will be born this year.
Still, I can't believe she waited all this time to tell her own mother. That girl has always had a certain coldness about her.
I guess everyone feels ready at different times. The early days are unpredictable. I doubt she was being cold. I bet she just didn't want to get your hopes up. She probably felt more comfortable telling you when she knew things looked certain. Things tend to stabilize a lot around the 5-month mark. I suppose it's all water under the bridge now. I'm just happy she's pregnant. I can't believe it. I'm finally going to be a grandma. It's like all my Christmases have come at once. To tell you the truth, I always thought Fred would be the first one to give me grandchildren. Unfortunately, it would appear you two have no intention of giving me what I want. We do want kids one day. We're just not ready yet, is all. Really? Could have fooled me. You've been married 3 whole years now and still not so much as hint of baby talk. I was convinced you were dead set on letting your eggs dry up. Wait a sec. Michaela, are you infertile? What? No way. I wonder. I doubt you'd even tell me if you were. So, get this. I read something very interesting online the other day. Apparently girls with a lot of notches on their bedposts find it harder to fall pregnant. Now, I know your dress sense is a little extravagant. Forgive me if this sounds rude, and this is just a hunch, but if by any chance did you go around the block a few times before you settled down with my son, I think you catch my drift. Wow, Bernice, did you seriously just ask me that? No! Oh, no, I didn't touch a nerve, did I, darling? I'm sorry, I really didn't mean anything by it. That's just the kind of girl you look like is all. There's nothing wrong with liking colorful clothes. It's okay, you don't have to try and justify yourself to me. I hope you're not upset. Anyway, ready for the gender reveal? Word is it's a boy. With Kaylee as his mom, I bet he'll be super handsome. He's bound to grow into a little heartbreaker. Aren't you even a little disappointed? This means that Kaylee's boy, and not yours, will be our family successor. Huh? Disappointed? Thought hadn't even crossed my mind. I'm really happy for her. It makes no difference to me who the successor is. Besides, what is this, the Middle Ages? Goodness me. Do you even understand the implications of what you're saying? Being the eldest son means he'll be set to inherit all of our assets. That's honestly fine by me. Putting on a brave face, Arizier. You clearly won't admit it, but I bet it's eating you up inside. Well, I guess you're in no position to complain if you're not even trying to get pregnant. Anyway, that's enough idle chit-chat. Hurry up and come back with the shopping. I want to send Kaylee her power crystals as soon as possible. The sooner her chakras are realigned, the better. Michaela, are there any beers in the fridge? I don't think so. In that case, I want you to pick me some up. Please, Bernice, I did tell you I wasn't feeling well this morning. I'm exhausted just from walking to the bathroom. I'm resting up in bed till I feel better. What's your point? Please, can you do the shopping yourself just for today? My fever hasn't gone down at all. How bad can it be? I bet it's mild at worst. Take some fever medicine and start moving. How are you supposed to get better with no circulation? Come on, move around a little, and you'll be as right as rain before you know it. A trip to the store to pick up my beer sounds like just what you need. It's not just a fever. I'm exhausted, and I have a headache. Don't be so dramatic, dear. You're probably just imagining it. Could you ask Fred instead? My son? You want me to send my son out grocery shopping? Does he look like a woman to you? Just what on earth must you think of your husband if you think that's an acceptable way to treat him? I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. I heard you even make him do housework sometimes. Why don't you make him wear a dress while you're at it? How do you sleep at night? My son works day in, day out to make sure you have everything you need, and you repay him by treating him like your errand boy maidservant? It's time you got your act together, young lady. Me and Fred agreed to split the housework because we both work full-time. Do not compare your job with what my son does. I've seen you working on your laptop in the kitchen. I'm not sure exactly what it is you do, but it always looks like you're playing video games or watching movies to me. Do not take advantage of his kindness. Start treating him with more respect. Can you just give me a break for one day? Point taken loud and clear. I suppose I'll have to go and pick up the beers myself. You know what? Fine. I know firsthand what a slave driver you are now. I'm sorry. That's okay. What do I care? You'll be leaving soon. Wait, what? Leaving? My daughter will be coming to stay for a home birth. Kaylee? At the house? Oh, I can't help but worry about her. What with it being her first and all. I'd be failing in my duty as a mother if I wasn't there to support her when she needed me most. So, she's coming to stay here? Are you stupid, girl? Yes, obviously here. My house that my son had built for me. Where else would she do a home birth, dummy? I want you gone while she's here. She'd feel uncomfortable with a stranger like you hanging around. What are you talking about? The only one who'll be leaving is you. What am I talking about? What are you talking about, Missy? Are you on drugs? I know I told you to take some medicine, but I didn't say drink the whole bottle. I'm the one who had this house built, not Fred. If you're gonna try and kick me out of my own house, then you can get the hell out yourself. Stop it, dear. I'm creasing up here. How could a low-income peasant like you possibly make enough to afford to have a house like this built? I bet you have pocket change at best with that poxy little job of yours. My salary is double Fred's. I knew it. That fever must be making you delirious. Get some sleep and stop talking nonsense. Actually, wait. You need to get your things together first. I'll be handing over your office to Kaylee to use as her bedroom. I want you gone before the end of the next month. I can't wait to live with just my family again. It's going to be so refreshing not to have any unwelcome strangers hanging around for a change. Got it. By the end of the month, right? Don't worry. I'll get everything together. Michaela, what's going on? Where are you? Out for dinner. The front door won't open. My key won't fit in the lock for some reason. Hurry up and get back here. No can do. Me and Fred just arrived at the restaurant. We're gonna enjoy our meal in peace, thanks. What am I supposed to do then? Hang around out here in the yard until you two finish eating? It's fine. You don't have to wait around. In fact, it's probably best that you don't. You don't live there anymore. Excuse me? The reason the door won't open is because I had the locks changed. You won't be going inside again. Oh, and I'll call the police immediately if you do anything stupid like breaking the windows to get in. I have a camera linked to an app on my phone, so don't think I won't know. I must say, Bernice, you look a little panicked right now. Oh my god, you're watching me? Ugh, so creepy. Wait a sec, is this because I gave you your marching orders because Kaylee's coming home? I'd be lying if I said it didn't play a part. You're the most wicked, malicious person I've ever met. How could you do this to me and Kaylee? This is our first child we're talking about here. Wouldn't you feel bad for her as she couldn't come back to the family home for birth? Like I said before, it's not the family home. I had it built with my own hard-earned money. It's my name on the deed. And you only live there because I was letting you live there. You had it built in your name? No way, I don't believe you. You have to be lying. You're free to think that if it makes you feel better. Me and Fred are breaking things off with you. We put all your stuff together and left it in a rental storage container. The key's in the post box, so take it and get lost. You took all of my things? What the hell are you playing at, young lady? Is this how you're paying me for all I've done for you? How could you do this to your own mother-in-law? That's weird. I don't remember you doing anything for me at all. To me? Sure. If we're talking things you did to me, we have the endless bullying, harassment, slave driving, and general all-around unpleasantness you subjected me to. But for me? Nope, zero, zitch, nada. We weren't even that keen on having you move in with us in the first place. You're the one who showed up outside of our apartment while we were having the house built and broke down in tears, begging us to let you live with us when it was finished because you were so lonely, remember? I've been all on my own ever since my husband passed away. What do you expect? It's only right that Fred let me live with him. He's my eldest son. We agreed to let you stay as long as you respected our rules. The problem is, you haven't respected them at all for the entire 3 months you've been here. You really feel that way? You left all the housework to me. You constantly bugged me with your asinine bullshit while I was working during the day and made it hard to focus on my job. You did nothing but complain about the food, despite the fact that I cooked every single meal and you never lifted a finger. It's like you thought you were staying at a hotel. You didn't stop, despite Fred warning you countless times. And if anything, you got worse. But that's because I'm your mother-in-law. You have duties to fulfill to me as my son's wife. No, you have a duty to respect the rules in our house. If you can't do that, then we don't want you around. It's really that simple. You were so convinced the house belonged to Fred. You invited Kaylee back for a home birth without any input from either of us. Then, as if that wasn't enough, you tried to kick me out? That was the last straw. Everyone has their limits, Bernice. And you pushed me far past mine. Something tells me you have no idea how good you had it these past 3 months. You will soon, though, because the freeloading ends here.
Michaela, Fred won't answer the phone. You're together now, right? Will you tell him to pick it up?
Sorry, no can do. He just blocked your number. I'll be doing the same.
No, wait. Please, Michaela, don't you think this is a little dramatic? You can't be serious about breaking things off with me. That means we never see each other again, you know? I'm a veritable ray of sunshine. Can you imagine how gloomy your lives would be without me in it? It doesn't even bear thinking about. Right, of course you don't want that. Let's all calm down and get together to talk things through, shall we? I think we're all just misunderstanding each other here. Yes, that's it. This is all one big misunderstanding.
I can't think of anything better than life without you in it, Bernice. And ray of sunshine? Try torrential downpour? Go on. What are we misunderstood on? Neither of us have anything to say to you. You had ample opportunity to change your ways.
Fine, I admit it. I probably over-relied on you a little at times. But surely the birth of Kaylee's baby is a different matter? Why should she suffer the consequences of our squabbles? Please, will you at least let me stay at the house until the baby is born?
No way. If we let you stay, you'd hang on for dear life when it finally came to leaving. You kick and scream and it'd be one big bothersome shit show. No thanks. We can do without the drama. At least with the locks changed and your stuff in the storage, we can just call the cops if you hang around outside. Sorry, dear. I don't remember. Did I say that? I can see it coming already. Like hell, we are letting you warn your way back in.
Please, I never say those things.
But those are direct quotes. 2 of your favorite lines. Don't you remember them either? You have an awfully selective memory. I don't trust you one bit. Besides, I heard from Kaylee. She said she wanted to stay in the hospital, but you insisted she had to do a home birth. She hadn't even considered the idea before you started barking orders at her.
I thought she might change her mind if we got the place ready for her and made everything to her liking.
She already has her eye on a maternity hospital. She says she's gonna do the birth there, which means you don't have to worry yourself with the home birth stuff anymore. And you don't need to be at our house for a second longer. Now go find yourself somewhere else to live and stop bothering us.
Michaela, I'm so sorry.
Oh?
I admit I was at fault. I treated you unfairly. Please forgive me. I'm begging you. Please let me carry on living at the house.
You still don't get it, do you, Bernice? There isn't an issue of us forgiving or not forgiving you. There is an issue of us kicking you out of the house and cutting you out of our lives for good.
Don't say such horrible things. Look, I admit it. I might have said the occasional horrible thing to you myself, but that was just my way of giving advice as someone who's been a stay-at-home housewife for 30 years. I thought I could educate you in the womanly ways, but you're obviously very independent and capable enough to get by without my help, and I see that now. I never did any of it with bad intentions. I did it because I care.
Interesting. In that case, you have an incredible talent for making people you care about feel like absolute crap.
It's the truth. Please, won't you forgive me? I acknowledge and accepted you as my son's wife in my own way. I enjoyed living with you, you know. I was really looking forward to our future together as a family.
You mean you were looking forward to your future of treating me like your slave? It's obvious you look at me with contempt. You tried forcing me to go shopping despite me going bedbound with a nasty fever. Then, you tried kicking me out of my own house so you could force your daughter to give birth in it. Call me crazy, but I'm finding it really difficult to detect any sincerity in what you're saying right now. The only reason I put up with your crap is because you're Fred's mom. If you were anyone else, you'd have been gone in a heartbeat. I feel like an idiot for tolerating you for so long.
I'm so sorry, dear. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. I'll never treat it like my house again, I swear. Just let me back in. I'll be the perfect guest from now on. Please just don't kick me out, anything but that.
Sorry, no can do. I thought this for a while, but I feel uncomfortable with a stranger like you hanging around. That's why I'm actually really grateful you tried kicking me out. I can't wait to live with just my family again. It's going to be so refreshing not to have any unwelcome strangers hanging around for a change. Me and Fred returned home from our meal to find a distraught Bernice rocking back and forth in a fetal position in the backyard while repeating, "It's just a nightmare. You wake up soon," to herself like a mental patient who forgot to take her meds. But when she saw her son's face, the harsh reality came crashing down on her and she broke down in a fit of hysterics and demanded we let her back inside the house. We told her countless times that wouldn't be happening and that she had to leave, but it went in one ear and out the other. By that time, mine and Fred's patience had reached its limits. We went inside the house and made sure all the doors and windows were firmly locked, leaving her out there in the yard, a crumpled, tear-stained mess. By the next morning, she was gone. We knew she wouldn't have what it took to stay the night out there, so rather than waste any more time with her, we just let the elements do their thing. She showed up at the house a few more times after that, but we never saw her again after we made it clear we'd call the cops if she didn't cut it out. Something tells me she knew I wasn't joking, and with that, her will to fight withered away. Kaylee told me she kept getting hysterical 2 a.m. phone calls from her despairing mother, whose life had now completely fallen apart. She initially felt bad for her, but eventually lost patience and gave her what for when she realized all she was calling to do was badmouth me and Fred. Apparently Kaylee had been sick and tired of her mom for a while and decided to break things off with her too. None of us have any idea where Bernice is or what she's doing now. To tell you the truth, I couldn't care less. We cut her out of our lives for a reason, and we don't regret it one bit. Even if my husband and his sister do decide to forgive her and start having some kind of relationship again someday, I most definitely will not. While the mother-in-law from hell, now nothing but a bad memory, I'm finally able to relax in my own house, and it feels great. Since we didn't see each other that often until she moved in with us, I didn't know what she was like, which is why I made the mistake of assuming she was a decent human being. Boy, was I wrong in that one. I reluctantly agreed to have her moved in with us because I felt bad for her being a lonely widow, and her breaking down in tears on me just pulled at my heartstrings even more. But now, I can say without any shadow of a doubt, it was one of the biggest mistakes of my life. That said, just knowing that I'll never see her again somehow fills my heart with a contented feeling of peace and tranquility. And for the first time in a long time, I feel optimistic about the future. It's only natural to want your husband's mom to like you, but there's no bigger exercise in fertility than trying to win the approval of someone who isn't even worthy of being in your life to begin with. I'm gonna spend the time I used to spend trying to please my overbearing mother-in-law more wisely from now on important people who deserve it.
Hi, Brooke. Can I talk to you for a minute? I need to get something off of my chest.
What's up, Mom? Is everything alright?
It's about Josie.
How has she been? I spoke to her a little while ago. She told me not to worry about her. She seems to be doing okay.
Josie must be saying she is okay because she doesn't want you to worry about her. She acts strong, but I know she is still shaken. That poor thing.
Well, no one ever thought she would get into an accident like that. Her life changed in an instant. She must still be in disbelief that she can no longer walk. I mean, I would be if I were her.
She does go out more often, though. I think it helps her get her mind off some negative thoughts.
Oh, that's great. Good for her. I think that's a good sign that she is still spending time outside of the house.
I think so, too. But, she's not ready to work yet.
Is that so? I guess it's inevitable. It's only been a year since she got into the accident. I'm sure she has a lot to figure it out.
I know, but it's hitting us hard. Her insurance covers most of her medical costs, so that's been helpful. But we don't have a regular income. I've been taking money from what your father left us, although I'd like to keep my hands off of it as much as possible, or else I won't have anything in case of an emergency. I don't know how we are going to get by if we continue on like this.
It costs so much just to stay alive, doesn't it?
I'm just worried for the two of us, I have to make sure I cut down on groceries even though I want Josie to eat healthy. It's making me dizzy thinking about money all the time.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Mom. I didn't know you were struggling so much. Do you need me to pitch in? I can't provide a lot, but I can send some allowances every month if that helps.
Are you sure?
Yeah, of course. It'll help you two get by, right?
Truth be told, I reached out because I was wondering if it was possible for you to help us, but I was hesitant to ask. I feel ashamed having to ask my daughter for money. Oh, how wonderful for you to offer. You are such a great big sister to Josie.
I'm not offering because I'm the big sister. I just want to help, as family, especially because I'm so far away from you guys. I feel bad that I am no longer around to assist you or Josie. It's the least I can do for you two, and I'm sure Josie would do the same if it was the other way around.
Thank you so much, honey. You don't know how much it means for you to offer. You are such a lifesaver. I will not forget this, and neither will Josie.
How much do you need?
Let's see. Do you think you can send us $1,500?
$1,500? A month? That's a lot of money.
Sorry, I'm asking for too much, aren't I? Of course, I'm considering to work more shifts at my part-time job, but Josie needs my help getting around, so it's difficult to balance my schedule between her appointments and my shift.
I don't know, Mom. I wish I could send you the amount you need every month, but I think $1,500 is a bit too much for me.
I'm not saying you have to support us forever, just until Josie is able to find herself a job, which I am sure will happen very soon.
How soon, though? Do you know if she has any plans?
She said she aims to find something by spring, so it's only a couple of months. What do you think? Do you think you'll be able to help us if you know that it's just temporary? We're even cutting down on using the AC. Utilities are so expensive these days. Please help your mother and sister.
Fine, but it would be great if Jonesy can find a way to start working as soon as possible. Can you try to talk to her about it? I don't want to force her after what she's been through, but $1,500 is a lot for me to give, so we need to work as a team and try to motivate her to start working.
I completely understand. Thank you so much, Brooke. We really appreciate your generosity. I will do everything I can so that she will want to start to work very quickly. But, is this okay if we keep this between us? I'm afraid she would get upset to find out you send us money.
She doesn't have to know. I don't want her to feel pressured to work.
Oh, Brooke, you have such a big heart. I don't know how to thank you. I am so sorry about this. I wish I had enough to support Josie on my own.
It's okay. None of this is your fault, Mom. It was a freak accident. She didn't purposely crash her car on the icy road. As much as it's hard to understand, it was just bad luck.
I know. It's hard to believe all the bad conditions align at the exact moment. The cat jumping out of nowhere, the icy road, and the telephone pole right in front of her. What are the odds, right?
Bad luck is such a light phrase, but it was really just that. Despite everything that's happened, though, we should be proud of Josie for going through the slow and painful physical therapy. She's doing her best, so let's not try to pressure her too much.
You're right. It's the only thing we can do for her. Thank you again, Brooke, and I'm sorry. You don't need to rush sending the first $1,500. The transfer can wait until you get your salary next month.
Okay, Mom, but I can't not send money knowing you are limiting yourself from using the AC. Anyways, I'll see what I can do. Tell Josie I said hi. Mom? I need to ask you something.
Hi, Brooke. What is the matter?
Isn't Josie able to work now? My friend who owns a bar near you guys says she sees Josie come in all the time. She tells me that she seems very happy and well. Are you not telling me something? You know, I'm cutting down on my own fun events so I can save money to send them your way. Don't tell me that some money is being used for her party.
Brooke, please, you have to give her a break. She is really trying hard to find a job, but she's been turned down so many times because of her disability. She is in a no-one-wants-me mode right now. That's why her friends ask her out often, so they can cheer her up. Please don't get mad.
Is she looking for a job? She just hasn't found one?
That's correct. But you know, there are limitations for her because of her wheelchair, and she has to take days off on a regular basis so she can go to physical therapy. On top of that, she doesn't want to change her profession, so it's hard to find a place that would hire her that also meets her requirements. You should see how stressed she has been because of the situation.
Yeah, but
Please, Brooke, she's been through a lot. Let her enjoy herself from time to time.
I'm not saying she can't take a break, of course, but I am having a hard time supporting myself too. Will it not help if she was less picky? Perhaps she can try something new, even as a part-time. There are plenty of jobs out there that allows working from home. It won't matter if she's on a wheelchair or not.
I don't know if she would like working from home. She used to be so active and really enjoy interacting with people, remember? I think she is looking for a similar work environment regardless of her wheelchair. And she wants to work full-time, not part-time.
Well, she needs to work to live. I understand it's not fair that she has a limited selections of jobs, and I really wish reality was different for her, but she can't be picky forever. Should I help her look? Maybe I can help find something for her in my field. I know a couple of recruiters who could help. I should ask her if she's interested.
Wait, please don't talk to her about work right now. It's driving her crazy. I think she received another decline from a company she interviewed for a couple of days ago. She is emotionally unstable right now, so please give her more time.
I get it, but I can't support you guys for long. She said she will find something by spring. Winter is over soon, and I'm almost broke, Mom.
I know, sweetheart. I'm so sorry. I will make sure she finds something before you get into any troubles. I promise. I know you have done so much for us, but just a bit longer, please. You don't want to pressure your baby sister into doing something she's not comfortable doing, do you? She become outgoing.
I guess not.
She's become outgoing and looking for a job. It's amazing she has pushed herself this far, considering how negative she was after the accident. Do you remember? She wouldn't listen to anybody. I don't want her to feel the way she did back then. I know you don't either, Brooke.
Of course not. Ugh, you're making me feel guilty now. You know what? Fine. I won't force her into anything. It's just that I am working really hard to send you guys $1,500 every month. I really need you to understand that and help Josie find something right away.
You have no idea how thankful I am for you, sweetheart. I will forever be grateful for what you have done. If it wasn't for you, Josie and I wouldn't be eating decent meals every day. I promise to make your life easier soon. I'm going to work more shifts too.
I'm sorry, Mom. I wish I had better pay so that you don't have to work so much. I wish I was with the two of you so I can take some weight off of your shoulders. I feel so selfish now. I'm sorry.
Please, Brooke, don't say that. You are not selfish and have nothing to be sorry about. I know you work very hard for us. I know you think about us so much even though you are far away. That is more that I can ask of you.
Thanks, Mom. I appreciate you taking care of her. I hope you find yourself some time to relax as well.
I will try. Oh, and Brooke, if you ever message her, please try not to talk about work. It would be best for her if you can keep the conversation casual. Just ask her about how she's feeling, or about her friends maybe.
I get it, Mom. I won't say anything to add to her stress. I will talk to you again soon.
Hey, Brooke. Do you have a minute? I want to ask you about something.
Hey, Josie. How are you? What's up?
I'm thinking about traveling overseas next month. Where do you recommend I go? You've traveled to much more places than I have, so I thought I'd ask you.
What? Overseas? You're going on vacation?
I would like to, yes. Ever since I lost my mobility, I kept telling myself I can't travel anymore. But recently, I've started to think, why not? I can still travel as long as I get some help. There are plenty of barrier-free places I can visit around the world, right? And I even think that if I can come traveling overseas, then it would help me gain confidence for what I can do, you know?
Wait a second. Listen, I understand what you're saying. I am very happy that you have found something you want to try, and I do think it's a great way to get confidence, but...
Oh, come on, Brooke. Don't be negative with me, please. I've gotten to the point where I think my life is not so bad after all. I'm starting to enjoy myself again, which I couldn't after the accident. My friends have been great too. They asked me to join them for drinks, which helped me forget all the bad things that has happened over the past years.
Josie, listen. I hate to say this, but isn't there something you need to do first? I'm glad you're happy now, but you're an adult. As an adult, you have responsibilities, you know. You can't be serious about traveling when you live off allowances. Allowances? What allowances? I don't get any. What are you talking about? Who gives you allowances? Oh, sorry, never mind. Forget what I just said. Brooke, what are you talking about? Is there something you need to tell me? Damn it, I forgot you didn't know. I promised Mom I wouldn't spill this to you. You just got me with your traveling plans. Brooke, did you send allowances? I do, actually. Mom told me a little while ago that you guys were having a hard time getting by. She told me how you guys were holding back from using the AC to save some money, so I had to do something to help. What? No way. Brooke, this is bad. I don't believe this. Huh? Mom is lying. She's taking our money. We're not having any trouble getting by. I pay most of her living costs anyways. Huh? But Josie, you don't even work. Where do you get the money to pay for her? Did she tell you that I don't work? Of course I do. I've been working from home for the past 6 months. It's not a full-time position since I have to go back and forth between home and the hospital for my treatments, but I earn enough to get by. Besides, my insurance helps me pay off for the treatments, and I also have some savings before the incident. Mom told me that you haven't been ready for work until recently. Recently, she said you've been having a hard time finding one, and that you were very stressed about it, and I believed her because you kind of brushed me off every time I messaged you. I'm sorry if I seemed cold. I didn't mean to brush you through. I was just trying to act tough. I didn't want you to treat me like a poor baby sister who couldn't walk anymore. I was trying to act independent, but I guess my acting skills sucked. Plus, truth to be told, I have realized that I was a bit jealous of you and everyone else who lives a normal life. It's not fair to take it out on you, but since you're my sister, I was a bit scared my jealousy would take over my rationality, so I wanted to distance myself from you. Until now. Josie, you could have told me. I would have accepted you no matter what. I'm sorry it took me forever to get over myself. I always knew you were reaching out for me. It's okay. I understand, and it's my fault that I have dumped everything on Mom's shoulders. Oh my God, what are we going to do about her? She's been dependent on my salary too. That's why I've been secretly planning to leave this house. I've become afraid that if I continue to live with her, she would use all my money. How can she do that? Lie to me about you so she can use my money while using yours as well? What has gotten into her? It's unbelievable. Josie, I really wish you would have told me sooner that she was financially dependent on you. I do too, but I couldn't. I didn't want to tell on her. I have felt that I owe her too much. I moved in with her after the accident because I couldn't get around on my own anymore. She really did help me the first couple months, especially when I was depressed. I have finally come to my senses recently and begun to think something is not right with her, but I never imagined that she would fool you for money. Well, I have a suggestion. If you're planning on moving out, why don't you come live with me? What? I can't ask you to do that. I don't want to be a burden to you. My condo is not big, but I do have an extra room. It has to be better than living with Mom. I will respect your independence 100%. If you'd like to move on after a while, that is totally up to you too. You can move out whenever you feel ready. The most difficult part might be moving across the country, but I will help you with that if you need. I'm happy to take a couple days off for you. Thank you so much, Brooke. Are you sure though? Yes, I am. I don't want to cause you any trouble, but that sounds like a great idea. I won't be nauseous to you, I promise. It's all right. You are my little sister. Let me do my part and help you. I will do so much better than Mom.
Brooke, help! I haven't been able to get a hold of Josie for the past 2 days. I don't know where she is. Should I call the police? I don't know what to do.
It's all right, Mom. Josie is with me. She is safe.
What? She is with you? Where? At your place?
Yes.
Why didn't anyone tell me about this? What is going on?
We moved the last bit of her belongings yesterday. She will be living with me going forward.
What? How is that possible? Have you forgotten she is on a wheelchair? How are you going to take care of her? And why am I finding out about this now?
Take care of her? Funny how you make it sound as if you take care of her. Didn't you just come back from vacation? I know you have been away, enjoying yourself.
Brooke, it's complicated. I couldn't turn this one down.
Complicated? How is it complicated?
You know, I have to socialize and build relationships with people that benefits us. You never know when you will need to ask them favors, like to get help for Josie.
Stop giving me crap, Mom. You know how it looks to me? It looks like you took money from me to go on vacation instead of taking care of Josie. And that's why you didn't even realize your daughter was moving out.
Well, I can't keep Josie company every single moment. I need to take time off as well, just like you suggested before, remember? Or what? Do you prefer that I work 24/7 without any breaks? You don't know anything about the life I live with your sister. I have my own stress too.
Well, then you should be glad now. You won't have any more stress from taking care of her because she will be living with me.
Brooke, you work full-time. You can't take care of your sister like I do. Besides, there's so much more space here. I even renovated the bathroom so she has easier access.
No, that was Josie's money. Do not pretend you paid for any of that. And in case you haven't noticed yet, Josie doesn't need us to take care of her. She has learned to get most things done on her own and prefers it that way.
Honey, you live in a condo. It will be too hard for Josie to get around with such little space. She belongs here, with me in my house.
You don't get to decide where she belongs. She made her own choice to move in with me. Josie is satisfied with the environment I can provide with her. By the way, what excuse do you have for stealing my money? How could you trick your own daughter?
I didn't trick you. We really didn't have enough to get by, I swear.
Josie told me she gave you $1,000 per month too. You don't have any mortgages to pay. You have your own part-time job, and you should be receiving Social Security. So explain to me what was so expensive that you even had to cut down on the AC. Why? Did you need an additional $1,500 from me? Go on, explain yourself.
The general cost of living has risen over the years, and I'm old. I have different needs.
Like what? You never said anything about your needs. Why didn't you want to use what Dad left you? You succeeded a significant share of his savings.
There were things I need to cover. There's not much left.
What? How is there not much left?
You haven't been around enough to know. I was just doing what's best for Josie and I. Besides, what is your problem, Brooke? Why are you being so cheap? Are you saying you care more about your money than your family in need? I don't see anything wrong with asking my children for financial support. I raised both of you. You should be grateful. I have earned the right.
Well, then you should have just said so in the first place. I would have rather have you tell me the truth about using up Dad's money than find out later you lied. Why did you lie, Mom? What did you use the money for?
Brooke, listen. I am sorry I didn't tell you the truth. It was wrong of me, but I swear I wasn't lying about having a hard time getting by.
Josie told me you were even interested in what her insurance was paying her. She said that you began to splurge on things after she moved in. You would go on trips all the time and buy new brand items using our money.
I have been using my time to take care of her. Don't you agree I deserve something back? I have sacrificed so much.
Josie has been taking care of herself. Maybe you helped her right after the accident, but that was only for the first couple of months. She had to learn how to live by on her own quickly because you weren't home anyways.
I had to go to work.
You are not making any sense, Mom. You said you couldn't take on more shifts because you were busy taking care of Josie. Now you are saying you weren't home because you were working? What am I supposed to believe? We've had enough already. The least you can do is be honest with us right now. Admit it, Mom. You just used us for money as soon as you saw the opportunity. That opportunity being Josie losing her mobility. How low of you. I will not be giving you a penny from now on.
Brooke, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to use you or Josie.
I don't expect any money back from you, but I don't want to have anything to do with you. We're done. Josie and I are cutting you out of our lives.
Why? Please don't say that, honey. If I lose Josie and you won't help me either, I won't survive. How am I going to live?
Am I not surprised that you are more concerned about money than us cutting you out? Anyways, you should have used Dad's money more wisely. You have a job. Work and help yourself.
You're rich enough to send me $1,500 every month. Help me, please.
You have no idea how difficult it is to make money, do you? I wasn't sending you money because I'm rich. I was sacrificing my own life to support Josie. Because I wanted her to get through her hardships. I retained from buying what I wanted. I haven't dined out with friends in months. This is what I have gone through to create the money I have been sending.
Okay then, what about $1,000 or even $800?
Neither Josie or I will be sending you any money. Go work. That's all you need to do.
Brooke, please don't abandon your mother.
Too bad. You never should have tricked your daughters.
I am truly sorry. I will not lie to you ever again. Please forgive me. Don't cut me out, I'm begging you.
Sorry, Mom. We can't forgive you. We can't trust you anymore. How could we? You took money from your handicapped daughter. Good luck taking care of yourself now. My mother kept contacting the two of us for a while. She came clean that she used most of what our dad left her on gambling and shopping. Josie and I felt so ashamed of her. We think that maybe she spent all that money irresponsibly to fill the loneliness of losing her husband. Although, there's no excuse to trick her daughters, especially Josie, who has been through a lot since her accident. I sometimes wish she would have told us the truth, but I guess that wouldn't have made much differences in the end, since we would have asked her to work. It turns out that she quit her part-time job after Josie moved in with her. Now that she doesn't have any financial help from her daughters, she finally began to work again to support herself. I never replied, but she sent me a message saying she is going to change. I hope she can live up to her own words. Soon after joining me, Josie left to travel overseas for 3 months. As expected, she faced many hardships of being handicapped, but overall, it was a great experience for her. She says she was able to learn a lot through her travels and has become appreciative of the people willing to help her. I am so proud of my sister and how positive she remains after becoming handicapped. I can't imagine how hard it must be losing her mobility, but seeing Josie strive makes me want to become a better person myself. Josie seems to have found a new objective in life. She says she will continue to stay true to herself and work hard to make it come true. I'm very happy for her. And as her big sister, I will be by her side to support her in any way. If she never needs, that is.
Hi, Jane. Are you out right now?
Yeah, what's up?
Can you get me some sugar on your way back home? I guess Mom used it up this morning.
Sure, I'll get some for you. Anything else to get?
Do you mind getting me 3 cans of beer as well? And can you keep this a secret?
Okay, but you shouldn't feel guilty about it. I understand that you want to get drunk sometimes.
Well, I live with my parents-in-law. Plus, my husband doesn't drink at all, too.
True, he's a lightweight.
Mom and Dad don't drink much, too, so I feel sorry for drinking alone.
There's no need to feel sorry, Claire. They don't drink because they can't drink. I drink sometimes, too.
Yeah, it makes me glad when I see you drinking. But I don't think I see you going out for a drink often.
Yeah, I go out for a drink once a month, maybe. No, actually once in 2 months might be more accurate.
I can't go out to drink often because I'm married. But aren't you single, Jane? You should go out and play more often.
It's kind of embarrassing to say this, but it's too tiring for me to put makeup on every time before I go out.
I understand, but still.
You know I work from home, right? I'm really an introvert, and I honestly prefer staying at home. If my company hadn't called me over, I wouldn't be out now in the first place.
You wouldn't be able to meet your potential boyfriends if you don't go out.
I know. This is probably why I'm still single. I see you putting makeup on every day, even when you don't have plans to go out, Claire.
Of course I put makeup on every day. Isn't that normal for a lady? I can't imagine myself living my everyday life without any makeup on.
Hopefully I'll feel the same in the near future.
Jane, don't tell me that you go to the gym without any makeup on.
Yeah, I don't put any makeup on because it's close by. And it'll become messy anyways with sweat after working out.
No, Jane, you never know when you'll meet someone nice. You have to start putting makeup on from now on.
Maybe, if I don't forget.
Oh, Jane, you really should start thinking about your future.
Huh?
Are you going to live the rest of your life alone? What are you going to do after your parents pass away?
Don't worry, I wouldn't cause any trouble for you and my brother.
No, you don't understand. Marriage not always means happiness, but it would be hard to live alone with your career, Jane.
Well, it's certainly not a stable lifestyle. A self-employed person like me.
I don't think I'm in the position to judge, but you shouldn't depend on your parents too much.
You're right. I'm sorry to make you worry.
I'm glad you understand. I'm just worried, you know?
I do have a vague idea about my future, so don't worry. I might seem a bit sloppy, but I am saving money for my future.
That's nice to hear. And don't forget to get me some sugar on your way back home. Hey, Jane, have you done the laundry for me?
Yep, all done.
You didn't mix my laundry with the others, did you?
Yeah, I separated your laundry from ours, so don't worry.
Good. Also, get the food prep done so that I can cook dinner as soon as I get home.
Steak and mashed potatoes for dinner tonight?
Yeah, that would be nice.
All right, I'll be sure to prep the food. But honestly, I feel like I'm doing most of your chores recently. I think I'm doing all your chores for you this week.
Well, you stay at home, and it's not like you have a job. So I'm giving you housework to do. All the other family members are spoiling you too much, so I'm trying to provide you with some jobs to do.
I do work from home, but that doesn't mean I'm slacking off. Actually, I'm gonna get busier. So I don't think I can complete your chores instead of you from now on.
Be strict with yourself. You don't even earn much money from your job. You should at least help with chores and contribute to our family.
I think I bring a decent amount of money to the household, though.
I guess you believe it to be a decent amount. Even a child can earn more than you do. Aren't you embarrassed of yourself, living with your parents at your age?
I admit that I do depend on my parents sometimes, but I am taking responsibility as an independent adult.
You're definitely not independent enough. I'm embarrassed to have such an irresponsible sister-in-law. You should understand that you're an embarrassment to the family.
Excuse me? Did you just tell me that I'm an embarrassment? What did I ever do to you?
Your mother is really kind, but I overheard her the other day. I hope Jane finds someone nice to get together with. She wants you to leave the house, Jane.
Well, I knew that she was worried about me, but I've had discussions about this with my parents, and it's a private matter between me and my parents. So I honestly don't understand why you're so harsh on me.
I am your brother's bride, the only son's wife in this household, and I'm even living with my parents-in-law. I should have a say about family issues.
Yeah, but wasn't it you who wanted to live with our family?
You do understand that the younger generations nowadays don't have a lot of money to spend, right? I don't see any problems for us to live in your family's mansion where there's a lot of extra rooms.
We don't mind you living with us, but to make things clear, we never asked you to live with us.
Jane, are you even any use? I'm going to contribute to society by giving birth, but how about you, who's single? Living a sloppy life at your parents' house and bothering your parents? You seem to be an unproductive human being in society.
I'm certainly not married and don't have plans to give birth, but what makes you so frustrated about me?
I'm explicitly telling you this because no one words it clearly for you. I've asked my husband to tell you this, but he always says that you're very responsible. Everyone's definitely spoiling you too much.
If that's what everyone says, I think it means that I'm pretty responsible.
It's hard for them to criticize other family members. To sum it up, you should really understand your position in this household. You are no use in this household, Jane. At last, my husband, the only son of this family, will take over the family business.
I don't think so.
You're trying to take over the family business after all the trouble you caused for the family? Are you serious? Stop being so shameless. You're crazy. Did you know that? You should really understand that you're a useless parasite in this household. Jane, guess what I'm doing now?
Huh? I don't know. You were still at home when I left, right?
Yeah, I'm at home.
Mom and Dad are on vacation, and my brother's also on a business trip, so I guess you're relaxing at home?
Wrong. I'm cleaning your room, Jane.
Huh?
I'm packing your things so you can move out. Thank me later.
Wait a minute. What do you mean you're packing my stuff?
I decided that you should leave our house.
Huh? You decided without my consent? My parents and my brother are going to panic if I leave without telling them.
I don't think they will. They'll probably thank me when they get home. Just leave and stop bothering your parents, Jane. My husband and I will be in charge from now on. We'll take good care of Mom and Dad, so don't worry.
All right. You really want to kick me out of the house, huh? Then I guess you'll have to pay $5,000 every month. If you can pay instead of me, I'll leave the house as you insist.
$5,000?
Yep, the rent for this house.
Rent? Don't we own this house?
Nope, we are renting this house. We pay $5,000 every month for rental fees. My parents and my brother can't pay for our rent, so now that you're kicking me out, I assume that you'll cover for the rental fees?
Why? Why will I be paying for the rent?
That's because I'm in charge of paying the rental fees.
You're kidding. That's not funny, Jane. Oh, I get it. You're delusional and believe that you're the one who's paying the rent. Or are you trying to make things up so that you can stay in this house?
I'm actually paying the rent, though.
Stop it, Jane. Enough with the bluff. I knew you were a weirdo. No decent adult would depend on their parents and bother them at your age. Okay, I'll pay. Just leave the house already.
You said it. You'll regret it someday.
Claire, are you there? I know I'm selfish for saying this, but could you please come back home?
I assume you heard about the rent from my brother and parents?
Yes. They told me that you were indeed paying for the rental fees. I'm so sorry. I thought you didn't have a proper job.
Well, I never told you about my job. I didn't really mind being misunderstood by you, but I never expected to be kicked out of the house, though.
I am very sorry. I never thought you earned way more than my husband. I heard you earn money from stock investments and from many other businesses as well. I never thought you were such a talented person.
I'm not talented. It's just that I studied hard because I didn't want to go out and work.
Please, give me a chance to apologize for everything I did. Could you please come back home?
Well, I can go back to get the rest of my stuff I left at home. But I don't think I can bear living with you. Can you leave the house, Claire?
I'm so sorry, Jane. Please don't say that.
Claire, think about it. Do you remember all those insults and harsh words you said to me? I know that you weren't aware that I was supporting the household by paying the rent, but your attitude was really rude, Claire.
Yes, I'm very sorry for my rude attitude. If you had told me beforehand, I would have never done that to you, Jane.
Maybe I should have told you about my career. But I have my reasons. When people hear about the money I make, they start contacting me for their benefit. Even relatives try to take advantage of me. It's not like I didn't trust you, Claire. When you started living with our family, it had only been a year since you married my brother. So I was waiting for the right time to tell you.
I understand.
But after you started living with us, I noticed your change in attitude towards me. And you forced me to complete your chores for you, didn't you? So I decided that there's no need to tell someone so rude like you about my job. Plus, I knew that my parents and brother were telling you about me paying the rent.
I thought they were covering for you, so I never believed what they told me about you.
I don't look rich, do I? I usually only wear casual clothing, and I don't even buy stuff from famous brands. I stay at home all the time, so I understand you referring to me as a parasite living off my parents.
No, I never meant to say that.
But I don't think I depended too much on you or my parents to complete daily chores. I think I was pretty responsible about them, actually. You wanted me to leave the house considering your future baby, right? If I leave, there would be an extra room for the baby to use. My room was also the biggest room, so I understand.
No, Jane, I was genuinely worried about you.
I don't think so. I heard you complaining when my parents and my brother were away. If only Jane could leave, we'll have room for our newborn baby.
I'm so sorry. I was just being sarcastic. I'm very, very sorry, Jane.
I've been trying my best to maintain a good relationship with you, Claire. It was my bad that I didn't explain everything to you beforehand, but wasn't it you and my brother who asked if you can live with us in the first place?
Yes. I regret everything I did to you, Jane, so please don't kick us out of the house. I'll do anything for you. I'll be in charge of all the house chores. How about that?
Claire, I don't like it when people suddenly change their attitude. Like you said, I'm an unproductive human being who doesn't contribute to society.
No, that's not true at all. Considering your monthly earnings, I bet you're paying a lot of taxes, so I no longer think you're unproductive, believe me.
I believe you, and I accept your apologies, Claire. But I can't live with you anymore. Oh, by the way, my brother also told me that he would respect my decision.
No way! I don't want to leave this house. This is my ideal home.
I'm sorry, Claire. I don't think you can stay. I wish you and my brother the best of luck. If this is your ideal house, you could always rent something similar on your own.
But it's too sudden. My husband told me to go back to my parents' house for a while. He said he wanted some time to rethink about our relationship and our future.
Well, you kicked out your husband's sister, so his actions are understandable. I honestly think you deserve it, Claire.
If you don't forgive me, our relationship might end up in divorce.
I don't see a direct relation here. Your rude attitude and your action of kicking me out caused you to be in this situation right now. But your marriage issues are your and my brother's problem. I can't fix your relationship.
That's not true. If you can talk to my husband, he might view our relationship positively again and go back to when we were a nice, intimate couple.
I'm sorry, but no matter what you say, I won't take back what I said. When you just started living with us, you were respectful and kind. But then you started slacking off with housework, forcing me to complete your chores for you. And you never listened, even when my parents and your husband kindly tried to point out to you about your bad attitude. We don't need people who can't follow rules in this house.
I swear I'll become a better person.
Even if you did, I can't bear with you any longer. Honestly, you were the one who was dependent on your family. You should understand who really was the parasite to the family. After the incident, my brother kicked her out of the house, and she went back to her parents' house. At first, my brother wasn't planning to get a divorce. But when he showed her the new apartment the couple would live in, she threw a tantrum saying that she cannot bear to live in such a shabby house. So he chose to get a divorce. She was known to be a spender, and living with our family gave the couple some extra money to spend. But he seemed to have gotten tired with her spending habits that cannot be fixed even after he warned her not to spend too much money. Then she started pleading that she didn't want a divorce, and even visited our house crying, causing a scene in the house. My parents, annoyed with all the chaos she brought to the family, firmly rejected her plea, and my brother was able to successfully get a divorce. Our mansion seemed to be her ideal home where she always dreamed to live, so she had been uploading a lot of photos to her SNS accounts. My brother showed me her account where she had been continuing to upload her old photos taken in our house, and it was pretty creepy. She might be mentally ill right now, but I think she'll get better in the future when she runs out of photos to upload. Hopefully her obsession to our house fades, and I wish her a happy life away from our family. After the divorce, my brother started living alone, and he seems to enjoy his solo life away from his family. Living with our parents turned out to be a result of his wife's strong request, so he's currently enjoying his life to the fullest. I had a small chat with him when he visited us the other day, and he reflected that he learned a lot of things from his marriage with a bitter smile on his face. He also said that he was lucky to be able to discover his ex-wife's real personality at an early stage in his marriage. But the reason why his ex-wife became crazy was because I was single and lived with my parents. So I seriously thought about finding a partner for a while. But I realized that it's fate to meet the right person. It probably wouldn't turn out well if I pressured myself too much. I guess I'll try to go out more often and put some effort into meeting and interacting with new people.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.